Good morning, North Georgia. Meteorologist Andrew Wilson here with an update to the forecast. We are starting off our day today with kind of beautiful conditions, but also kind of cold. The temperatures out there right now sitting in the 30s. This is as of 11 o'clock here on Sunday. You know, we love to do these updates every single Wednesday and Sunday. Wednesdays, you can catch these updates at around the early time frame, closer on towards 2:30 for the afternoon. Sorry guys, trying to make sure everything's set up over here on the computer. And then if you're watching, if you want to watch on Sundays, we have the updates at 11 right now. So let's go ahead and jump into things. We have an active week ahead of us with some really cold conditions expected here as we head into the, especially as we head into the middle of the week with temperatures dropping down into the teens at times. That's actually going to be the coldest temperatures that we have had since December of 2022. So looking off towards our west right now, while we have all the sunshine here in Atlanta, you see all that cloud cover over towards Oklahoma, North Texas, and into Arkansas. Even a little bit of snow there. We're going to have more on that here in just a moment. First, let's talk about today. Right now outside, a lot of sunshine. Temperatures in the mid-40s, lower 50s at the airport. Getting all this sunshine to help us warm up pretty quick. We had some spots this morning starting in the low 20s for North Georgia. But again, this sunshine really helping us warm up nicely. So again, sunshine's great, but then all this cloud cover is going to move in as we head throughout tonight. And then that snow that's impacting Oklahoma and will impact Arkansas a little bit later on today, it is heading in our direction. So you're going to want to make sure you have the 11 Alive app so you can stay updated on the forecast. The good news is we're not all going to get snow. It's mainly just North Georgia. Here in Atlanta, we're going to miss out on those snowflakes again. We've been missing out the last few systems. And again, for this one, I think we're going to miss out. Taking a look at the 11 Alive app, again, you see that temperatures are in the 50s. We level off in the lower 50s this afternoon. You see the cloud cover building in. You can send us in your weather well moments. Watch the newscast live in case you ever lose power. Maybe you lost power this past week from the 2 rounds of storm systems that we had. And you can look at the radar live. Also, download the Roku and Fire TV app. We're also actually now on Apple TV, so make sure that you download us there as well. That way you can get the 11 Alive information that you need. Maybe you see a story that you really enjoyed, some weather information that you wanted. We're live on the app right now with updates just like this one. Okay, jumping into this forecast for the snowfall that we have here as we head into Monday morning through Tuesday morning. We have a winter weather advisory that's in place for Floyd County, the Rome area, all the way up there through Fannin and Gilmer counties, all those counties shaded in purple. That's going to be where we could end up getting about an inch of snow. That's going to be enough to cause some minor travel issues. May end up having some bridges iced over from that. May end up having some damp roadways that could end up getting some ice. So expect that if you're in those counties in purple. Know that you could be slowed down a little bit from all that snow that you could get, about up to an inch. Now, areas further north, we have a winter storm warning. That's stretching into portions of northern, far northwest Georgia, stretching into northern Alabama, Mississippi, stretching into Tennessee. That's where they could get a little bit more snow. And you may be saying, well, how much snow are we talking for them? What type of setup do we need? Or how many inches of snow do you need for a winter storm warning to even be put in place? Well, here in North Georgia, again, we had those far northern counties that had it. This is the criteria. These 3 counties here are under a winter storm warning because they could get up to 2 inches of snow in these 3 counties. Remember, the rest of North Georgia, we just have those counties shaded in purple where there's the winter weather advisory, so no winter storm warning there. And here in Tennessee, if you plan on doing any travel up there, they have the winter storm warning for them. That's because they could get up to 3 inches of snowfall in spots, which could really have some impact on travel. So we're going to get our first snow of the season for parts of North Georgia. Again, not for Atlanta missing out. When do we usually get our first snowfall of the season? Well, it's typically around the January, February timeframe, so we're pretty much on par for that for some of those spots into far North Georgia. Let's see how this pans out. How much snow do they get? Well, you see that they could get anywhere in this area shaded in white, from a trace to maybe up to a half of an inch. Those spots where you're seeing a little bit of that light blue color mix in right here just south of Dalton, that's really where you could get about a half of an inch to an inch, and probably around the Dalton area they'll get just about an inch, including up towards the Blue Ridge and Blairsville area, maybe just about an inch of snow, and that would be about it. So looking further off to the north, just in case you're doing any traveling, look at how much they're going to get up towards Pikeville, Tennessee, Chattanooga, stretching even into some of those higher elevations of the mountains. They're expecting a significant amount of rainfall, maybe even more than 5 inches in some spots for those higher elevations there up into Tennessee and North Carolina. But of course, that is outside of the 11 Alive viewing area. Let's take a look at the forecast track to find out the timing of when some of this could occur and what we'll end up getting here in the Atlanta area. Heading throughout the time, you see this afternoon, the cloud cover builds in, temperatures rising into the lower 50s, and then we head into tonight. This is 2 a.m. on Monday. A lot of us are going to be sleeping. Maybe a little bit of snow occurring there around 2 a.m. for far north Georgia, closer on towards the Chattanooga area especially. And then we continue through the timeline, and you'll notice that temperatures in Atlanta, as we head throughout Monday morning, they're going to be just above freezing, 35 degrees. No precipitation for us yet, so yeah, no snow. But here in far north Georgia, they'll be right around the freezing point. They'll be getting snow around 6:30 a.m. And moving through the time, you see we get into the afternoon on Monday, our temperatures in Atlanta well above freezing. Even if we do get some sort of precipitation here in Atlanta, with temperatures that warm, it would be just plain rain. Continuing on through, you see that some of the heavier snow will be occurring as we head throughout Monday afternoon there into far north Georgia, and then moving into the overnight hours, Monday night into Tuesday morning. Temperatures, they're well above freezing for Atlanta, Marietta, even Canton, just liquid rain from that. And then moving into Tuesday by 2:30 a.m., you see we're still above freezing. But things are going to change as we head throughout the day on Tuesday. Taking a look at 11 a.m., look at our temperatures. They're starting to fall. We're going to get really cold conditions as we head into the afternoon on Tuesday. We may end up having lows around 32 degrees. That's really for the morning, but our temperatures are actually going to really start to fall off as we head into the afternoon. And temperatures are going to drop to 17 degrees by the time we wake up Wednesday. That's the coldest temperature that we have had in Atlanta since December of 2022. Now remember what happened in December of 2022. We had all those pipe bursts. We ended up having a lot of issues with the big cold. We were down in the single digits. So we're not going to be down that cold back in December from what we had in December of 2022, but still it's going to be cold enough to where pipe freezes could be an issue. You want to make sure that you have any pipes outside, that you have them covered up so you don't end up having any issue with your pipes bursting and then a really expensive situation on your hands. You'll want to do that Wednesday night to into Thursday with lows in the lower 20s, and then you're going to have to do it again on Friday night to Saturday because we have another system. I'm going to show you that in just a moment, but first I want to talk a little bit about what you need to do to protect for the freeze Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. You need to check on people who may not have a way to stay warm. Your neighbors who may not have a heater, also those who may be homeless, who may need a way to stay warm. Make sure that they have somewhere to go. They know where they can go to get warm. But we'll have plenty of shelters, I'm sure, here in Atlanta. I could only imagine. We have had less cold conditions earlier on this year, and they were opening shelters. I'm sure that there's going to be some places to go, and we'll of course have those places updated on 11 Alive here over the coming days. You want to bring in outdoor pets and give them suitable shelter to make sure they have water. You want to give them somewhere where they can be protected from the elements, and then that last part's really important. Remember, if you put out water for your pets, that water may freeze. You want to make sure that it stays liquid so that they can drink that water and stay hydrated, because it'll also be drier air moving in and you don't want them to become dehydrated. Then you want to also cover up outdoor pipes and drip faucets, open up the cupboards underneath the sinks. That's mainly for a sink that may be along an exterior wall. Maybe you have a kitchen sink that has a window right next to it and you can look out from the window there. Well, if it's on that exterior wall, open up those cupboards under the sink. It allows warm air from your home to move around those pipes and stop them from freezing. Also drip those faucets. And then cover or bring in any sensitive plants as you normally would, even if we would have less significant freeze. 7-day forecast shows that as we head throughout this next week, again, you do see that we have the temperatures dropping down into the teens there for Wednesday. It is going to be cold for the morning and then cold again on Saturday. That's going to be after our next system. Now on Friday, we may get another system that could put a little bit of snow into those North Georgia mountains again. I would expect it to be about as impactful as what we're expecting here as we head into the Monday and Tuesday time frame. So just a light dusting of snow it's looking like. Mainly rain into the Atlanta area because our temperatures will just be too warm. Moving into Saturday though, again, temperatures in the teens for lows, 30s for highs, right around the freezing mark. It is going to be cold. So that's kind of a wrap up of all the snow and cold that we have. But I also want to talk about an important day that we have this next week. That's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day on Monday. We're going to start off with temperatures in the lower 30s. They're going to rise into the mid to upper 40s for the afternoon. We're going to have a lot of cloud cover. That slight chance for rain, that's late in the day. So I know that a lot of the events are earlier on. Make sure you bundle up. You won't need an umbrella though if you're heading out to those events in the morning. Should shape out to be a fairly nice day other than the clouds and the cold conditions. At least we're not dealing with much rainfall. Looking at your 8 to 14 day outlook, it looks like our temperatures are going to rebound. We're below average all week this week, but it looks like our temperatures are going to rebound back to where they should be this time of year, which would be mid 50s for highs. So we're not hitting the mid 50s at all this week, but it looks like we're going to bounce back and get back closer to where we should be. And then around average rainfall as we head throughout this next week, which is a decent amount, but around average to just above average, that is, for rainfall this next week. That's a decent amount of rain. January is typically one of our wetter months of the year. Your Peach State outlook showing us as we head throughout this next 3 days. You see that we have the system that moves through Monday into Tuesday, and then everyone gets much colder across Georgia as we head into Wednesday with highs in the 30s and 40s for most, 50s though for Savannah with plenty of sunshine. Your weekend getaways. Maybe after this week you're saying, I want to go somewhere warmer. Well, you're going to have to go much further south to get somewhere warm. Even in Destin, temperatures are going to be in the 40s for Saturday and Sunday, and you see 50s there, though, bookending the weekend on Friday and then into Monday. Finally, your Georgia State Park forecast. If you want to do some hiking tomorrow, maybe go see some of that snow. Cloudland Canyon is going to be a great spot to check out some of the snow. But know that there could be some travel hazards if you end up going up there. So once you get there, it may be tricky to drive around with all that snow, and you want to call ahead to make sure that the park is actually open and isn't closed for the winter storm warning that is actually in place for Cloudland Canyon. Looking at Fort Mountain, you notice that they could have a little bit of snow rain mix up there, and then Amicalola Falls. I would imagine they're going to miss out on the snow themselves because look at those temperatures. It's just going to be too warm. So bouncing everything back up to the 7-day forecast, don't forget we'll continue to keep you updated on everything right here at 11 Alive. Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb will be in again tomorrow. Before he even gets here, though, tomorrow morning, you'll be able to catch meteorologist Chester McNeil and then, of course, meteorologist Melissa Nord in the afternoons. I hope everybody can stay warm out there. Of course, we'll always keep you updated right here at 11 Alive on the 11 Alive app and on 11alive.com. Be sure to stay informed on all those areas, and we'll let you know if anything, of course, changes with this forecast.